Ang topic is all about a limit of a function. Pero bago tayo mag-proceed sa definition, so suppose, given tayo ng equation ng the function of x is equals to 2x squared plus x minus 3 over x minus 1. And note that the x must not be equal to 1, DNE meaning does not exist. So let's see, ito yung function, di ba? So evaluate natin yung 1. So ito magiging 2 times 1 square plus 1 minus 3 over x minus 1 or 1 minus 1 na lang. And then ang sagot na ito is 0 over 0. Let's see, undefined siya kasi marami siyang sagot, no? Suppose we're going to take values of x that is close to 1 or approaching to 1 but not necessarily equal to 1. So paano yun? So let's see, ito yung table values natin. So ito yung x and then yung function of x. So yan, i-graph natin, no, para mas ma-visualize yung gagawin. So yan, ito yung Cartesian plane natin. Yan, for example lang, no, and then ito yung 1. So sabi dito, we're going to take values of x which is close to 1 but not equal to 1. So ito yung 1. So kukuha tayo mga values na malapit sa 1. So para maging formal, so sabihin natin meron tayong interval na 0.25. So, ibig sabihin, from 1, gagalaw tayong 0.25 pa kanan, pa kaliwa. So, ito yung magiging ano. So, ito yung 0.75. And then, dito naman, somewhat 1.25, no? So, yan. So, anong ba magiging function of x natin kung ang x is 0.75? Or sabihin natin kapag sinabi yung 0.75, dito. Dito, tsaka dito. So, magiging function of x is equals to 4.5. And the next, try naman natin yung 1.25. So, magiging function of x is equals to 5.5. So, ang gawin natin, baguhin natin yung interval. So, mas lapitan natin. So, paano kaya kung gawin natin 0.1? Yan, 0.1. So, ito magiging 0.9. Tama, diba? And then, it is 1.1. So, pag naging ganyan yung value or ng x natin is magiging 4.8 naman yung f of x, and then in 1.1 natin is magiging or yung function of x will be equals to 5.2. Next yan, liitan pa natin yung interval, gawin natin 0.001 or 0.01 both side. So ito magiging 0.99, and then magiging function of x is equals to 4.98. And then next is yung sa right side naman, no? So 1.01. And then magiging function of x is equals to 5.02. So ano napapansin ninyo? So diba, the more na lumiliit yung interval, so ito diba unang interval, 0.25. So yan, ito yung value nila, ito yung sagot ng function of x. And then, the more na nilalapitan natin or nililitan natin yung interval, anong napapansin nyo sa function of x? Siya ay papalapit ng papalapit saan? Sa 5, no? So, pag, syempre, pag nilagay natin yung 1 sa function, so, di ba, it will not exist. And then, yan. And kung mapapansin naman natin, no, so, as x comes closer and closer to 1, so, the value of function of x comes closer and closer to 5 naman. So, yan. Ito yung somewhat observation natin dito sa table of values natin. So, yan. Another method para malaman yung limit ng function is ganito. So, let's say, di ba, given tayo ng function of x is equals to 2x squared plus x minus 3 all over x minus 1. So, ang gawin natin, i-simplify natin yung equation. So, yan. Kung ipa-factor natin yung numerator, so, magiging 2x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 1. And then, kung papansinin natin, so, di ba pwedeng makancel yung term na to, and then term na to. And then, therefore, magiging function of x natin ay magiging equal na lang sa 2x plus 3. And diba, based dito, so diba ito equal na saan? Sa y is equals to 2x plus 3. Or magiging slope natin ay equal sa 2, and then ang intercept is equal sa 3. So, somewhat magiging ganito yung ating equation or yung ating graph ng line. And then next, diba, ang alam natin, yung x must not be equal to 1. So, therefore, ano yung dapat y niya? So, diba, sa line, every x coordinate, merong katumbas na y coordinate. Tama, di ba? So, syempre, kung meron kang bawal sa x, meron kang bawal sa y. So, yan. So, para malaman yun, so, given yung function na to, so, function of x is equals to 2x plus 3. So, equal lang naman siya dito, di ba? So, ang gawin natin, yan, substitute na, i-evaluate natin, no, yung function sa 1. And then, itong function to, diba, kapag in-evaluate natin sa 1, so, hindi na siya magiging undefined. So, unlike dito na sa taas, no? So, magiging ano na lang to. So, 2 times 1 plus 3 na lang, or not equal to 5. So, therefore, the y must not be equal to 5. Therefore, our function will not exist at point 1, 5. And, diba, ito na yung graph ng ating function. And this point is, ito yung 1, 5. So, kaya siya naging butas kasi this point will not exist sa function natin. So, parang magets. So, diba ito yung 1 natin, or ito yung value ng x natin. So, somewhat considered siya as a, no? So, itong point na to, or itong value ng x na to, ito yung magpapa-undefined sa function natin. And then, somewhat itong value ng L na to, is ito yung somewhat point na kung saan hindi mag-exist yung function. And we can write the conclusion obtained by incorporating the concept of limit of a function. And I think ready na tayo sa definition ng limit of a function. So, yan. Sabi dito, let f be a function defined at every number in the same interval. Okay, so, ibig sabihin lang nun, no, di ba may function tayo kanina, which is equal sa 2x squared plus 1 minus 3 over x minus 1. So, di ba dinefine natin to at ano? But what interval? So, di ba 0.25? So, di ba kapag ang interval is 0.25, so, ang values of x is equal to 0.75 and then 1.25. Tama, di ba? Itong values na to is in-evaluate natin sa function na to, and then as we go closer to 1, so, di ba, ang interval is 0.01 naman, or 0.1 pala muna. So, lumalapit yung value ng x saan? Or yung function of x saan? Sa 5. Diba? Nagiging 5 yung sagot niya. The more na lumalapit tayo sa 1. So, yun ang ibig sabihin nun. And then, sabi dito, except the possibility at the number itself. So, diba, syempre, hindi natin sinama yung 1 mismo sa valuation kasi magiging undefined yung function. And as a shortcut, no, so we can see that the limit of function of x as x approaches a is L. So, parang ito yung niya, na itsura niya sa equation form. So, ang basa ulit is So, the limit of the function of x as x approaches a, or yung x is papalapit sa a. So, ang sagot is L. So, going back in our conclusion, so, di ba yung a natin is equal sa 1, and then yung ating function of x is equals to 2x squared plus x minus 3 all over x minus 1. So, ano nga ba ulit limit ng function na to kapag yung a is, or yung x is papalapit sa 1? So, di ba nagiging sagot or limit is equal sa 5. So, we can write this equation. So, therefore, as this function, or the limit of 2x squared plus x minus 3 all over x minus 1, as x approaches 1, ano nagiging sagot? Diba? 5. So, yun. And itatakal muna natin ngayon is yung first 7 limit theorems. Yan. To evaluate limit of a function, we must apply limit theorems. For the first limit theorem, so meron tayong tinatawag na limit of a constant function. And then let's see if c is any constant, so the limit of c as x approaches a is equal lang sa c. Di ba when you say constant, di ba? Meaning, hindi siya nagbabago. So, let's say 9, 1, 3, or any constant na alam natin. So, for example, so the limit of 9 as x approaches negative 3, so ang sagot dyan is 9 lang din. So, next example, so the limit of 258 as x approaches negative 18 or positive 18 is equal sa 258 lang din. Yan. Limit theorem number 2, limit of an identity function. So, paano identity, sir? So, kunwari, ganyan yung function. So, di ba, the limit of function of x as x approaches a. So, parang gagawin is substitution lang. So, magiging a lang yan. So, sige, try natin. So, the limit of x as x approaches negative 6, ang sagot is negative 6. Next, yan, the limit of function of x as x approaches 98. So, 98 ang sagot. And then, the limit of s as s approaches 9. So, 9 lang din. For the limit theorem number 3, meron tayong limit of a sum and difference of n function. Example number 1, so the limit of x minus 6 as x approaches 3. So, ganito lang gagawin dyan. So, based dito sa ano natin, so parang distribution property lang gagawin. So, di ba kapag 2 times x plus 3, so di ba kasama i-distribute mo lang tong 2 sa ano na to, sa term na to. So, magiging 2 times x and then 2 times 3 lang yan. Or 2x plus 6. So, parang ganito lang gagawin sa limit or sa limit theorem number 3. So, i-distribute natin tong limit sa x taka sa 6. So, magiging limit of x as x approaches 3 and then minus limit of 6 as x approaches 3. Next na gagawin is apply natin yung limit theorem number 1 tsaka 2. Diba, naaral natin kanina. So, limit theorem number 1 muna. So, diba, limit of a constant is a constant pa din. So, ito ay 6 pa din. And then, ito ay magiging, ano? So, dahil identity to, so, magiging 3 lang to. Tama, diba? Kaya, magiging ganito siya, ano? Sagot. So, yan. So, 3 minus 6 is equals to negative 3. Example number 2. So, the limit of x plus 12 as x approaches negative 2. So, i-apply lang natin yung limit theorem number 3. No? So, ang mangyari is madidistribute yung limit. And then, by applying limit theorem number 2 dito sa x na to, and then limit theorem number 1 dito, so, magiging ano to? Equals negative 2 plus 12. No? Or, equals sa 10. So, for the limit theorem number 4, so, limit of a product of n function. So, somewhat same concept lang din, no? Dun sa limit theorem number 3. So, ganito, for example. So, limit of 3 times x minus 6 as x approaches 5. So, paano gagawin dyan? Unang gagawin is apply natin yung limit theorem number 3, which is yung limit ng sum or difference. So, ang mangyari is ganito. So, magiging limit of 3 times x as x approaches 5 minus limit of 6 as x approaches 5. So, ito, paano to? And then, ito muna tayo, no? So, the limit of a constant function is equal lang din sa function na yun, or sa constant na yun. And then, dito, ang mangyari is parang i-distribute mo lang din, no, yung limit. So, therefore, magiging itsura niya is ganito. So, limit of 3 as x approaches 5 times the limit of x as x approaches 5. And then, minus, ito, magiging 6 na lang siya. Tama, di ba? Kaya, magiging ganito yung ating equation. So, ito, ang nangyari is kapag in-apply natin yung limit theorem number 2 or 1 pala dito, so magiging 3 lang yan. And then, kapag in-apply naman natin limit theorem number 2 dito, magiging, 5. Minus 6, and then to simplify further, magiging, sagot. Magiging 9. Or 3 times 5 minus 6 is equals to 9. Yan, limit theorem number 5. So, limit of n power of a function. If the limit of a function f of x as x approaches a is equals to L, so where n is equals to any number, so the limit daw ng function na yun na nakaraise sa n, so equal lang daw sa L raised to n. So, ito, para mas maganda. So, example tayo. So, example number 1, so ito. So, the limit of 3x squared plus x minus 6 as x approaches negative 6. So, unang gawin natin, i-apply natin yung limit theorem number 3. No? So, yan. And then next, i-apply naman natin yung limit theorem number 4 dito. So, ano mangyari dito? Diba, ito ay magiging ano lang pala. Ito limit theorem number 2. Ito limit theorem number 1. So, magiging sagot dito is negative 6 na lang din. And then, ito, yan, minus 6. Tama, diba? And then, paano to? So, gawin na natin, negative 12. Ito naman, ang gawin natin, i-apply natin limit theorem number 4. So, magiging limit of 3 as x approaches negative 6 times the limit of x squared, tapos as x approaches negative 6. Yan. So, ito magiging next line sa equation. And then sir, paano yung yung limit na may square? So ang gagawin lang doon, so the limit of x as x approaches negative 6, di ba? So ang gagawin mo lang dyan, equal lang siya saan? Ipapasok mo lang yung limit sa loob ng exponent. So magiging ganito itsura niya. X approaches negative 6, and then x, and then yung square sa labas, no? So ang gagawin na sunod is ganito. So paano to? I-apply natin yung yung limit theorem number 2. Tama, di ba? So magiging to? 3 times negative 6 square minus 12 or equal sa 96 na lang. For the limit theorem number 6 or limit of nth root of a function. So sabi dito, yan, for example, yung limit daw ng nth root ng function of x is equals to nth root lang ng L, where n must be even and then L is greater than or equal to 0. Yan, for example. So given tayo ng ganito, no, na function, so the limit of square root of 3 square minus 1 as x approaches negative 2. So paano gagawin dyan? Ang gagawin is parang ipapasok lang natin yung limit sa loob ng radical. So parang ganito, no? Or ito nga, kaya ganito nangyari. And pagkatapos na ito, i-apply natin yung limit theorem number 3. Tama, di ba? So i-apply lang natin or i-distribute lang natin yung limit sa term na to tsaka sa term na to. So kaya siya magiging ganito. And then syempre, anong sunod na gagawin? So ito, pwede na itong i-evaluate. So magiging to? Magiging 1 na lang to. Tama, di ba? And then ito, i-distribute natin yung limit sa 3 tsaka x square. So kaya siya magiging ganito, no? And then ito, 3 na lang. Yan, sige, sulat, i-try natin. So magiging 3, ito, di ba? Yung apply natin limit theorem number 1. And then ito, magiging limit tapos x, tapos yung square nasa labas, and then as x approaches negative 2, or gawin natin negative 2 na lang, minus 1, or magiging ganito itsura ng equation. So yan, tama, di ba? And then to simplify further, so the limit of square root of 3x square minus 1 as x approaches negative 2 is equal sa square root ng 11. So limit theorem number 7 naman tayo, or limit of a quotient of a function. So if the limit of x as x approaches a is equals to L, and then the limit of g of x as x approaches a, so equal siya sa m. So therefore yung limit ng dalawang to ay equal lang sa L over m, where m must not be equal to 0. Yan. For example, given tayong limit ng function na to as x approaches 2. So unang gagawin is yung limit theorem number 6 muna, apply natin. So mangyari, papasok yung limit sa loob ng radical sign. And then, i-apply na natin yung limit theorem number 7. So, ang mangyari lang dyan is magkakaroon tayo ng limit sa numerator and then sa denominator. So, magkakaroon ng limit dito and then limit din dito, no? So, kaya siya magiging ganyan. And then, next na gagawin is, so, the limit of function na to, so, x cube plus 2x square plus 3. So, somewhat i-distribute mo lang noon yung limit. And then dito naman sa baba, so i-apply mo lang din yung limit sa x square and then sa 5. So eto, yan. So yung limit ng x cube. So ang ginawa natin is eto, in-apply na natin yung limit theorem number number 4 dito sa part na to. So kaya siya naging limit of 2 as x approaches 2. So ito yun, ito yun. And then ito lang din yun, ito. And then ito, yan, dinisable lang natin yung limit. So, limit theorem number 3, no? And then to simplify further, so ito magiging yan, i-ayusin natin. So ito magiging so ito ay limit of x as x approaches 3. Tapos yan, 2 pala to. Tapos square plus ito 2 na lang. Tama, di ba? And then ito magiging 2 tapos square plus ito 3 na lang. Ito naman, so kapag in-apply mo to, parang dito lang din, no? So 2 squared plus ito 5. So kaya siya magiging ganito itsura niya. So yan. So ito ang ginawa is yan, in-apply lang limit of number 2 kaya siya naging 2, no? And then yan, to simplify further, so magiging ganito yung sagot, or equal siya sa square root ng 19 over 9 or square root ng 19 over 3 na lang.